separate database folder. It's just like database handling. But you do not have any database, or you cannot file any SQL query here. So it's a little different. But yeah, for now, consider it as a database. Okay. So here I can create an index, a new index or a database, or I can go by the default ones. So access and error, these two indexes which I have created. History, main, SOS, browsers, default, this all are created by Splunk. So sometimes as you install any app, it will automatically create the indexes for itself. Like browsers, it is created by one of the apps that I've uploaded here. SOS and SOS summary daily, these are automatically created by Splunk for this SOS app. So, like I said, there are more things to index. Index will, so in short, index will store the data. The next thing is index will index the file, the log file, before storing it, so that it will be easy for you to search the data. When I say index will index the file, which means there will be some auxiliary file as well, which will help you read the data or search the data or index the data. So there will be some auxiliary file as well. So when I say index, if you remember, let me see what we have done here. Yes, there you go. So these are the indexes. Here I told you about access, so this is my access folder. So this is the access database for us. Access index is nothing but access database for us, right? So here we have several folders where we have the data. You see the data is here, the raw data. Let's go to the raw data. You see the data is being zipped here. So Splunk stores the data. Like I said, Splunk stores the zip file. So this is the zip file. You see 1.2 GB. So this is actually the data file. There's some other detail as well. I'm not going into that detail right now. You'll be confused if I do that. But in a database, these are the database folder under the index. So one index stores a similar type of file. It is preferable for you to create separate index files for separate type of data. Okay, clear? Any question before I move on? Anyone? Any question, or are you confused? Any question you can ask me right now, no problem. And because I expect you to be confused, because initially people are confused, and then later on, as they start working themselves, then they get clear. Source type, sure, why not? So source type is nothing but, are you clear about this index and host? Not clear about the host? Okay, I'll explain you. Let me tell you about the source type first. Don't hesitate, man. If you're not clear about one thing, let me know. Because I may not be able to understand about your comfortable or comfortness unless you tell me the questions. Don't hesitate. So source type is, in short, source type is the logical name for the settings. So what is the setting? Setting is nothing but the way you identify a log file. You get a log file, but you don't know first. Here, check this. So this is a simple log file, access log, but here it is an exception log. And the log file starts from here, ends here. How will you identify each individual event? Because if you just read this out, if you just read this, if you just consider each line as an individual event, then you'll get this line. Can you make any sense out of it? Do you understand this log file? If I just give you this, I tell you that this is one event. I tell you this is one event. Now understand this. I said, what is this, man? I don't understand anything. You said rail over runtime. What is this? What is the error? It feels that add. So it feels that somewhere it is something is wrong. Where? Then I tell you this. Oh, you need the error details? Okay, here you go. This is the error detail. Okay. Then you said, okay, now I understand that you are facing error use in this application at this timestamp or at this date and this URL. This is at this URL and this is not found. Fine, I understand that this is the issue you face. But if I need to debug it, where do I start from? Because I don't find this line anywhere. Then it says, okay, you start from here. Then you have an idea, right? So that is how the log files work. Then it says, okay, you start from here. Go to this file, go to 846 line, and then you'll find it. Otherwise, if I tell you about go to this line at 24, you know where this file is being called for. Because this file has to be called from somewhere, right? So you see that there is a hierarchy of the files being called. Base source IMPL, it calls base context, it calls class app listener, mixed app listener. There I find this line, right? So exception stack will only make sense if you take the whole tag as a whole, as a single event. So I need, if I need to do this, I need to identify each individual log. So here, let's say, if I consider this is an error JSON, no, it doesn't make sense. Let's say email. Let's see if it changes. Straightforward single line log, right? So it may, yeah, here. I change it to send mail syslog, and syslog does not, sometimes it does not contain the timestamp. So that's why it has changed. Look at this. Now, last time when I came here, it was this, but now I don't see this. Instead, the timestamp format has been changed. And since this format has been changed, Splunk cannot, and there is nothing that matches with this format, this regular expression. Splunk cannot find out any data. So that's why if you see this taking default date from today, just because it could not find any data here. Let's go back. Let's not change it. Let's go back to where it was. Now that I changed it, look at this. It changed, right? So based on the names I choose here, the settings are automatically changed. So that's why I said it's a logical name for the settings. And now it has automatically found out the timestamp on the log file. Clear? So that is so every settings that you change, you can give a name or you can choose from the default settings. So this is what SourceType does. Clear? I think it was Ravi, wasn't it? The clear, Ravi? Okay. So the next thing is host. Host is nothing but the source system that you are getting the log from. Okay. Oh, so in my machine I uploaded it manually, so it is my own machine. So that's why it's taking name. But you can, if you have multiple machines, you can give a regular expression to identify a bunch of machines. If you have, yeah, so segmented path is not important here. I'll sometimes in a file name or in a log path name you find out the machine name, so you can take it from there. Next thing is index. I hope you understood index and review it, but I'm not going to save it right now because I already have this log file uploaded here and I already have a source type defined for this. So what I'll do is I'll directly go into search and reporting. Search and reporting. So now I am into Splunk search and reporting app. So far I was working only on the launcher page, but right now I am in search and reporting app. Okay. How do I search? So I created a source type, right? Or I created an index. So let's say let's search for index access. Now here, one second. Here you can change the timing. So if you want to check for the when index x equals to access or the access the data from index equals to access for last 30 days, you can do it. You can search it for last 7 days, year to date, 1 year back, previous year.